All right, so let's see my low, my high, my act of kindness today. Well, my high is I actually have a new show that I like now. It's actually a show I've been waiting to see for a very, very, very long time, but I'll get into that momentarily. But my low is, hmm, I don't know. I guess my low really was the fact I was a lot more tired than I let on, and it wound up getting me a very late start on my day. Actually, to be perfectly frank, I had a late start today too. But now it's like I don't know which one was worse, yesterday or today. But like the last 2 days, I've had like a late start, and I've been trying to be a little bit better about that. It's honestly the here's the thing. I'm wide awake when I normally am, but sometimes I just find myself in such a comfortable sleeping position, or like I'm just so warm and cozy. Whew, excuse me. Underneath the covers, I'm like 5 more minutes, and then 5 minutes winds up being like an hour later. Oh, I'm just so comfortable, and I don't want to ruin that. Well. So there's that. Right, I just said my high was a new show I watched. And my act of kindness is last night when visiting my folks, I helped clean up dinner after, we had ourselves some pizza and salad last night. It was very good. It was from Emilio's. Nothing too fancy or whatever. Like half pepperoni and half cheese with one of their antipasto salads. That's the one with like all the cured meats and the cheese. Oh, that's actually really good. I used to not like that when I was a kid, but now I really do like it now. So, all the wasted years, and I couldn't have myself a cold deli meat sandwich. But you know what? I'm older now. You live, you learn. And speaking of which, how about you guys learn about the new show that I saw yesterday? Good morning and happy Tuesday, everybody. So, this show actually has a bit of history to it. It's called Long Gone Gulch. And the pilot for it is on YouTube. I'll put a link to the description down below. It's actually a show that takes place in sort of like a Wild West sort of sci-fi fantasy place. There's no like rockets or anything like that in terms of sci-fi, but the sci-fi comes from like there's like mutated like half human, half creature. Like there's like a half human, half cat just named Prickly. He's awesome. He's just like a really happy guy. He's just like happy all the time. There's like anthropomorphic fish mutants. Sasquatch is actually a character. He's just called Squatch. That's really cool. There's also a bit of like a mystery element to it as well. Like spirits are everywhere. And it's just like a really cool. It's an animated show that definitely evokes like some of that old school animation and character design that I grew up with from like the 90s and like the very, very, very early 2000s. And I really like it a lot. And the show stars two main characters, Rawhide and Snag. And here's the thing. The trailer for this show premiered like a couple years. Seriously, this show was like in production limbo for like half a decade. And only just this year do we even have like the pilot on YouTube. So it definitely goes to show that this is a lesson in like perseverance. Like, listen, you can have like your dreams can come true, and your product can get out there if you really work on it and really make sure that what you have is up to snuff, and therefore you can actually, make it work and make it successful. And when I first saw the trailer years ago, and here's the thing, what you see in that old trailer is actually it's everything you see in the pilot. Literally, like every quote I saw in the pilot, like, oh yeah, I remember hearing that in the trailer. So they're definitely keeping things under wraps for where they want this series to go. which I can respect. But I really was a fan, especially growing up, of like shows having like sort of, tiny clips ooh, ooh, from like other episodes that haven't aired yet, other than just the pilot. Which, again, I get why they really want to keep things under wraps for where they want this series to go. And I like that. I respect that. I just want to see a little bit more utilized from that perspective. Um, let's see what else. When I first saw the trailer, you're introduced to the mayor, Miss Marigold, and again Snag and Rawhide. And I forget this one character's name. She's like sort of like a witch lady or whatever, who's like also like the bartender or something. It's really cool. But when I first saw the trailer, and here's the thing, you guys know I'm a voiceover acting junkie. Voiceover acting is like my all-time dream job. It's something I've always wanted to do. And I've had like one very, very brief stint at it in like a theater production in Trinity Pauling. That's like my experience. But I have technically done it before. So you guys know I'm a huge fan of voiceover. You get that. So when I hear, characters being voiced by not just two legendary voiceover actors, but two legendary voiceover actors that I remember growing up with. Like, you can bet I'm going to be very interested in them. And needless to say, the voiceover actors who voiced Rawhide and Snag, E.G. Daily and David Cooksey, those two make this show, at least for me. They make this show for me. Because, here's the thing. If you don't know who E.G. Daily and David Cooksey are, a brief background. David Cooksey was originally on Salute Your Shorts, if anyone remembers that show. He was also the voices, and here's the thing. His very first voiceover acting gig was Montana Max on Tiny Toon Adventures. And when he was on Tiny Toon Adventures, he got to work alongside with voiceover greats like Tress MacNeille, Charlie Adler, Rob Paulson, the list goes on. And David Cooksey got to work with them. Meanwhile, as David Cooksey's voiceover career kept taking off, he got to be in other shows like Jack Spicer on Shaolin Showdown, Dave the Barbarian from the namesake show, Dave the Barbarian. So, this guy has a bit of a pedigree, and he's one of the two main characters of this show. So, that's awesome. But then there's E.G. Daily. Now, E.G. Daily probably voiced the very first, cartoon character of the 90s that I ever heard. She was Tommy Pickles on Rugrats. Yeah. Other notable voices that she's done was Buttercup on the Powerpuff Girls and Rudy Tabuti on Chalk Zone. Chalk Zone was an awesome show. Man, Nickelodeon really needs to work on promoting their shows a lot better than what they did with Chalk Zone. Anyway, my point is, E.G. Daily is also a voiceover actor with a huge pedigree. Oh, fun fact about E.G. Daily, she was also on The Voice. Yeah, I think she was on the very first season of The Voice. Or maybe it was the third season. This is back when The Voice consisted of it still had Blake Sheldon, and it had Adam Levine, Christina Aguilera, and CeeLo Green. And when E.G. Daily performed, she blew everybody out of the water. And they were all dumbfounded that she was Tommy Pickles. It was unbelievable. So, needless to say, I really like the action of the show. I really like the animation, the character design, how funny. It's actually quite funny. The humor is a bit on the dry side, but I don't mind it. I actually kind of like a little bit of dry humor. So, all in all, I really and highly recommend this show. It's great. It's funny. It's got a great, phenomenal voiceover cast. Seriously, It's got E.G. Daily and David Cooksey. It also has the likes of Aaron Fitzgerald, Eric Bauza, a few, Amber Thunderbrand, I think her name is. Hold on. I can quickly look it up. Hold on. Amber Midthunder, that's who it is. Amber Midthunder. So, it's got a really great voiceover cast. Not just sorry. I keep saying it's Danny Cooksey. Danny Cooksey. I am so sorry. Holy cow. I want to say David, but because I've heard David once before, but it's Danny Cooksey and E.G. Daily. They are the two main characters. And I love, how... Another thing I like about the show is the character dynamics between Rawhide and Snag. Because Rawhide is genuinely, she is the do-gooder. She is, the emotional weight of the show. And she's such a do-gooder that she says, he's such a big meanie. And she's like, look at me. I'm cursing up a storm. So, yeah, that's Rawhide. And Snag is obviously he's a good guy. But he's the bad boy good guy. You know what I mean? He's got slick back hair, an awesome looking comb or whatever that he uses as a weapon as well. And Rawhide is a slingshot. This show definitely evokes 90s, a 90s feel in terms of animation, character design, voice cast, of course. But also some of the new school modern age humor that you see in shows you see today. I don't really know what else to say without without repeating myself. It's just a really, really, really good show. So, yeah, I totally recommend it. I really hope the good people behind Lagann Gulch are able to make more of this product, because I'm definitely going to watch it, sure. You kidding me? I love it so far. I know I've seen shows I know in the past when I've done these sorts of videos, I've talked about other various animes, and I just did the Go Big show the other day, which were great. And I would, I'm going to be watching more of the Go Big show later as it premieres this week, because obviously you're going to have more than one episode. And The Masked Dancer. But this is the first, legit Western animated show that I think I may have talked about in quite a while. And I definitely want to do more, and I do want to do more, because I think the last show I talked about at this sort of great level was probably after Steven Universe Future finished wrapping up, and I talked about that show as a whole. So this sort of video was definitely due to be made. I definitely was due to make another one of these videos, and I'm really glad I did. So, yeah, Lagann Gulch. Great show. I like it. And, I think I gotta tell you my favorite joke of the pilot episode. Snag is actually so angry that he's I just want to punch somebody. And then it cuts to his camera because he makes the face and then he punches Prickly, the anthropomorphic cactus guy that I mentioned earlier, and punched Prickly in the face. So basically, he punched a cactus. That was great. Oh man, I had to say that one joke. That I had to do that one. So yes, Lagann Gulch. Totally watch it. I highly recommend it. And I actually just may watch the pilot episode again. I liked it so much. Maybe I'll watch it again to see if I picked up on anything. I'll have to do that. So, that's about it, and I'll see you guys later. Like, favorite, share, hit the subscribe button, follow me on the social media platforms, turn on those notifications on YouTube. I'm very humbled. I made this video for all of you guys watching. Enjoy for today. And hopefully you have a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. And remember, if you guys want to talk or chat, I'm always going to be here to lend an ear. And I'll always have your back. Take care and make good choices. See ya.